This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Rolex watches have long been coveted for their exquisite craftsmanship, timeless designs, and enduring value. However, in recent years, acquiring a Rolex has become increasingly challenging due to soaring demand and limited supply. As a result, prospective buyers often face lengthy waiting lists, sometimes spanning multiple years. The origin of Rolex waitlists can be traced back to a number of factors, each contributing to the intricate tapestry of this market dynamic. At its core, the interplay between supply and demand plays a pivotal role. Rolex, adhering to its commitment to maintaining the highest standards of quality and craftsmanship, meticulously produces a limited number of watches each year. This carefully controlled supply, when compared to the ever-increasing global demand for Rolex timepieces, inevitably leads to an imbalance. Acquiring a new Rolex for office channels is extremely challenging, and even the cost of pre-owned models like the Daytona Cosmograph has skyrocketed. Recent developments suggest that the situation may be changing. In a surprising turn of events, reports indicate that Rolex waiting lists are beginning to shorten. As a result, the lengthy waiting lists for Rolex watches are expected to significantly decrease. While these developments are encouraging, it is important to note that the Rolex market remains highly dynamic. Waiting times can vary significantly depending on the specific model and location. Additionally, the global economic climate and consumer behavior could influence the situation in the future. In today's video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will be exploring the Rolex waitlist journey and provide you with a piece of exciting news to look forward to in the coming years. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, we highly recommend doing so now to stay informed about our future video releases. Rolex SA is set to establish 3 temporary production facilities that will commence the production of luxury watches in 2025. This move by the world's largest high-end timepiece manufacturer aims to address the unprecedented demand for its products. Construction on these facilities, located in the Swiss canton of Freiburg, is scheduled to begin later this year, according to a statement from Rolex. This expansion follows Rolex's commitment to invest 1 billion Swiss francs or approximately $1.1 billion in a significant new production site in Buhl, also in the canton of Freiburg. The Buhl site is expected to start operations in 2029. Currently, new Rolex watches are often not immediately available for purchase through the company's Authorized network. This scarcity has led dealers, like Watches of Switzerland Group plc, to resort to maintaining waiting lists for potential buyers. It has also resulted in a surge in secondary market prices, with popular models such as the Daytona Cosmograph trading well above retail value. Rolex officials stated that the construction of a 96.9-foot facility in Romont, Switzerland, will commence in the second half of 2023, with production scheduled to start in 2025. Additionally, there will be a temporary facility at the Viviers Industrial Park in Villa Saint-Pierre, Switzerland, operational from 2024, along with a recruitment center in Buhl. Rolex emphasized that production lines will be installed gradually, and recruitment will be staggered, potentially reaching 250 to 300 workers, most of whom will be new hires. Workers will undergo training in Romont before being transferred to Buhl once the site is operational. The new production site in Buhl, along with the 3 temporary installations, aims to enable Rolex to expand its production capacity, support growth, and meet the ever-increasing demand for its watches. The company stated that Rolex, controlled by a foundation named after its founder Hans Wilsdorf, manufactures approximately 1 million watches annually, generating sales of around $8.7 billion, according to estimates from Morgan Stanley. Although Rolex does not disclose its production figures, it is widely believed that the current production capacity is around 1 million units per year across its major facilities in Geneva. Rolex currently operates 4 major facilities in Switzerland, including its administrative headquarters and assembly operation in Geneva, a factory in Plan-les-Ouates for watchmaking, a facility in Chevna responsible for various components like dials, gem setting, and bezels, and BL, the core of the operation for manufacturing movements. Regarding production expansion, Rolex announced a long-term investment in a facility in Buhl, Switzerland, estimated to be about 1 million square feet. This facility is expected to create 2,000 new jobs but is projected to start operations only in 2029. In the interim, Rolex boutiques face empty display cases, and customers on lengthy waitlists express their frustrations online. Rolex's statement highlights that the new production site in Buhl, along with the 3 temporary installations, will enable Rolex to increase production capacity, support growth, and meet the rising demand. While Rolex aims to make steel sports watches more accessible, Production increases will not occur immediately, and it will take time for watches to reach boutiques, even after the temporary factories are operational. The scarcity of sought-after Rolex models, particularly steel sports watches, has been a long-standing issue, exacerbated by production interruptions in 2020. However, signs suggest that the peak scarcity might have passed, with decreasing second-hand prices and anecdotal evidence of slightly improved availability for new watches. Despite this, Rolex watches will remain highly sought after, and retail prices are expected to continue increasing annually. The current market trajectory, coupled with the planned production increase, is anticipated to address the existing extreme imbalance, providing positive news for avid watch enthusiasts. The Rolex waiting list functions more as an interest list than a strictly first-come and first-served waiting list. It exists, if at all, primarily at the store level. There is no overarching waiting list managed by Rolex itself. The maintenance and operation of waiting lists depend on the individual decisions of Rolex's authorized dealers. Typically, the most reliable way to bypass the wait, aside from fortunate circumstances, is to establish loyalty with your local Rolex dealer. Rolex dealers, like other businesses, are jewelry chains that value repeat business. It is at their discretion to determine how they manage the allocation of watches, especially when demand surpasses their supply. While getting on a waiting list is usually not difficult, there are no assurances regarding when or if the desired watch will become available. Authorized Rolex dealers typically prefer in-person interactions and may not conduct business over the phone unless you are an established customer known to them. Initiating the process typically begins with visiting the store and expressing your interest in a specific model. Rolex encourages its dealers to prioritize local customers, so starting with the authorized dealer closest to your home is recommended. In addition to opening new factories, Rolex is also investing in modern technology to improve its production efficiency. The company is also working to expand its network of authorized dealers to make its watches more accessible to consumers. Rolex's announcement is good news for watch enthusiasts who have been waiting for a Rolex. The new factories should help to shorten waiting lists and make the company's watches more affordable. Overall, Rolex is taking steps to address the issue of long waiting lists. While no guarantee waiting lists will disappear entirely, the company's efforts should help to make the process of acquiring a Rolex more manageable. For those seeking to acquire a Rolex, it is advisable to maintain a relationship with an authorized dealer and express genuine interest in the brand. Patience and understanding are also crucial, as the waiting process may still take time. As the Rolex market continues to evolve, it will be interesting to observe how waiting lists develop and whether these contemporary trends signal a shift in the landscape of luxury watches. For now, watch enthusiasts can take heart knowing that the company is taking steps to make its watches more accessible. While the prospect of an extended wait may deter some potential buyers, for many enthusiasts, the anticipation only adds to the allure of owning a Rolex. The journey towards acquiring a Rolex becomes a cherished experience, filled with anticipation and the thrill of finally grasping the coveted timepiece. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? We would like to see your answers and opinions in the comments section. If you liked this video, let us know that too in the comments section below. Remember to follow us too and give us a thumbs up. Once again, this is the Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our future videos.